Hello everyone, this is Linda. Welcome to Lenny P's Place. I hope everyone is doing well today. I am doing pretty good. It's a beautiful day here in North Carolina. I think our high is only supposed to be in the 80s today, which is so much better than what we've had the last the last month almost. It's been practically unbearable to go outside. So anyway, I guess that's enough about weather. I do hope that it's beautiful wherever you are today. And so I have completed my vintage and antique ephemera journal. So I'm going to do a flip through. This journal is for sale. If you're interested in it, I will put my email address in the description below. And I will go ahead and tell you that it will be $85 and that's shipped. And I really think that's a pretty fair price for what's in here. So anyway, let's get to it and see what's in here. Okay, so the cover itself is made from an old antique ledger page. It's French. It's rag paper, and it is, I'll tell you what the date is when we get inside, because I covered up this. It is just sewn on. The one thing about this journal that I want to make sure that you understand is that everything in this journal can be taken out and used elsewhere. Nothing is in permanently except on a few pages that are not, they're just paper, coffee dyed paper and some digitals, and otherwise it's all removable. You can take this piece of an old vintage curtain that I made for the binding. That can be just untied and you can take the entire journal apart. I did add some antique and vintage buttons here because I just could not get any on the inside. So I'll show you what is here. I'm going to come in a little bit so you'll be able to see better. And yeah, I'll be right back. I need my glasses. Okay, I'm back. I have my glasses. I can tell you what is here. And let's see. I'll come in just a little bit. There. Okay. I just put all of these old vintage buttons. I just threaded them through some string and tied them on so they can all be taken off. Just giving you a quick look. There's two on here. It's those kind that are attached. I guess you have two buttonholes or something on each side, and I don't know. I remember them from when I was a kid, but I want to say they were on my mom's nursing uniform, but I'm not sure. But I think that's what they were on. And then so that's that string. And then on this string, here's a big old shell button and a glass button, and I think there's a blingy button, and then here's a couple more glass buttons, and you can tell the difference. These are glass, this one's plastic. So, and then on this one, it's just some lemon buttons. And these came from Germany. And I don't know what, I think they used them for mattresses and stuff like that, but I'm not sure. So those are some linen buttons from Germany. And these are these little pearl buttons here, and I'll show you what they are. They're individual buttons like that. They're tiny, and they're from Japan, made in Japan, and I've probably had them for 20 years or more. I got 3 strings of them, and so I've almost come to the end of the first one. I still have two strings left, but when you push them together, they kind of go together and look like a little necklace or something, but they're actually buttons. So that is, and they're just on with one of these bulb pins, so they'll be easy to take off and use any way you want to. The back I left plain, and this is all just sewn, so it can be snipped and taken apart. And this is a digital from Ruby and Pearl XO. It's the 38 Rue Bourbon digital kit. This piece of lace is glued on. That's and then down here I have put my little label because I didn't want to attach it on the back. In this first pocket, it's very, very delicate paper. I tried to fold it where the picture wasn't affected. It's from September 18th, 1880. And it's called The Girl's Own Paper. And where a lot of this stuff is French, this is not. But it is from 1880, and it just goes right in the front here. So it's easily removed. Just want to get it in here good without bending it. Okay, so that's the first, that's the cover. I used the same old vintage dotted Swiss curtain for the tie. And it's just stuck in between these papers here and sewn, so it didn't damage the paper. Okay, this paper is from 1841. It's a French ledger. And like I said, if you just snip the thread, you can take it out. It's folded over, so it's a very large page. This book is 8 3/4 long by 5 1/4 wide. So it's actually 16, almost 18 inches. 18 inches long this paper is. And 10 1/2 inches wide if it was if you took the stitches out and unfolded it. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and most of this paper, this French antique paper, I got from Kate Marshall at Inked Paper Art, and I will put her link below. She has an online live auction every Tuesday night from 6 to 11. So if you're interested in this type of stuff, you might want to go over and check her out. Okay, and now I'm going to, on this sheet of paper here, I And I stapled everything or clipped it in so that you could remove it easy. It's a pretty piece of vintage lace. Here's some old, I think I put that in, I think I put this in, this is the wrong side, this is the right side, so, but I'm not going to take it out. It's an old bedspread of some sort, I think. Yeah, and it's vintage. And then here's a piece of chenille. This is a chenille bedspread from long ago, vintage, and that is what's on that page. And then on this page, this is just clipped in. It's a beautiful piece of old lace. It's clipped in at the top, but it's stapled at the top and just clipped with one of these owl clips at the bottom. I didn't want to glue this paper because it's also, I need to take this off so that I can show you. This could take a few minutes to flip through. That's just folded over, and this is a digital from, I think, Sam Poole, but I'm not sure. It could be O Dulcina, because I do have some of hers in here as well. But underneath here, and this is just on here to kind of keep this from going everywhere, there's an old piece of a collar. It's very old. It's also stained right there down at the bottom. It's gorgeous. It's antique. Then there's this piece of lace. It's another oldie antique piece that I got. I ordered an antique lot of lace from eBay. It's been, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, I guess. And these were some of the laces that were in there. And then this is just it's a piece of dotted Swiss from a little girl's dress. So it's vintage also. All right, let me see if I can put this back together. Let's look at this. And this is another piece of old vintage rag paper that came from Kate. It's French. And here's an old French letter, some sort, from 1946. I can't read it. If you can read French, you can read it, but I can't. So I can't really tell you what it is. Okay, see if I can get my clip back on here and move around to the other side. I have a little trouble clipping things. I'm not good at it. Okay, that's good enough. All right, on this side, oh, and this, if this book is taken apart, this will open up. It's not glued. There is a little hole right there. Okay, and let's see what's in here. There is a French letter. This looks like it might be from, I can't read it. Could be. Let's see if there's a date inside. (1864). It's very old, very fragile. Again, this came from Kate. Beautiful French. And they used to mail their letters this way. They just fold them, and then you can see here's the stamp. And then they put the address over here on the side. Nice old stamp. Okay, and then let's see what else is in here. This is a very, very full book. Here's a French postcard. Look at the writing. It's so pretty. They wrote so pretty. Is there a date on this? I don't see one. And then this is I think it's a check from 1937. French check. So that's what's in this pocket. And then there's a beautiful tatted doily here that's been stapled in. A little piece of an old, just a snippet of a piece of antique lace. And I sewed that, I hand sewed that, so you can just clip that string and you'll have that little piece of lace. This is from the Ruby and Pearl 38 Rebourbon kit. And I made a little pocket, one of these kind. So I'll show you what's in the pocket. There are some old antique cards. What kind are they? Pit cards. There's, and the date on these is 1904. I don't know what kind of game it was. Some kind of agriculture game, I guess, because it's all wheat, corn, and barley. So there's some of those, and then here's two flinch cards. Had some more of those. I can't find them. I don't know what happened to them. They're somewhere, I suppose. Sitting with my 1939 Sears catalog that I can't find. I don't know what I did with it. I can't find it. I know good and well I didn't throw it away. Okay, these are some tea cards and cigarette cards. What is this? Virginia House, London, and Belfast. I don't know. I think these are tea cards, but it doesn't say, so I'm not exactly for sure what they are, but I think they're tea cards. That was pretty, huh? And then this is cigarette cards, Players Cigarettes. A honey paid debt. I don't understand what that means. I guess it's like a nickname for this. The primrose has two forms. Tall signa, short stamens in one case, short stigma, and tall stamens in the other. When a bumblebee intent on honey thrusts its long tongue down the primrose tube, the bee becomes dusty with pollen in one form, just where it rubs the stigma in the other, and lo, the trick is done. Primrose butterflies also help. Brimstone butterflies also help the primrose in seed setting. I don't know why they call it a honey paid debt. I don't know. It has something to do with the bees, I suppose. They all have one of those. This says live immigration agents. I'm not going to read them, but whatever. And then here's, What are these? These are tea cards, Brook Bond tea. It's pretty. I hope you can see all these. It's pretty bright outside. And then those two. So that's what's in here. Is there anything else in there? Nope, that's it. Okay, let me put those back in. If I don't put things in as I go, I'm afraid I won't be able to remember where they go. So, and then on this side, another image from the digital kit. I made a pocket, and this is just a piece of tea dyed paper, tea stained paper, and so I just glued that on because it's not an important piece. Here is beautiful antique flowers that were also in that lot of antique lace that I got. And then this is just a pretty piece of vintage lace. And that's what's in that pocket. And of course it's just stapled, so you can take it apart and use the lace any way you want. This is straw paper from Rachel at Roxy's Creations. And take this off. This is I need to back up a little. Can't see it. This is a document. And this is also from Kate. It's rag paper. It's gorgeous handwriting. And it is from 1826. I wish I could read it. Put that back on here. And then here's a piece of a collar. Beautiful, beautiful piece of a collar, and it's just stapled and have a paper clip on this side. And let's see what we have here. Here's another letter, French letter. Don't know if there's a date on this one. 1864, I think it says. It's hard to believe these lasted and are still in such good shape, because none of these are all originals. All from Kate. And I think this is another check, another French check from 1937. And I don't know, let's see, what's this? Some kind of a letter from 1943. And then these are German scraps, is what they're called. And these are from Germany. They are antique. They're beautiful. And it's not orange, although it's kind of looking orange on my monitor. It's really a Really pretty pink. There's 3 of those. That little piece fell off. And I just put those in a glassine bag and used a little paper clip to keep them from coming out and getting lost. And this goes back like this. There we go. Yep. Okay. And then here's just a little piece of lace that's been, I tacked it down with some pink embroidery thread. And this is from 1917. Beautiful handwriting. Beautiful little postcard from France. Back under there, won't fall out. And then on this side, I don't remember what's on this side. Let's see, what's this? It's another, some kind of French document from October 1693. It is original. You can feel the stamp on it, the embossed stamp. Plus it has stamp here that's been put on there. It's just gorgeous. Kate gets the most beautiful French papers. If you like French stuff, you really should check out her live sale. And I forgot what's in here. Let's see. Oh, French labels. There's initials. There's numbers. And these little Sam Clovers are not French. They are just, I found this package of these at the thrift store. And so I bought them, but I thought I'd throw a couple of those in. All the rest of them are French labels from France. Oh, and I used some little vintage buttons on this side to hold that down, because this is another piece of rag paper from a French book, and it did have a little tear in it. It's got a little piece of tape across there. That's some vintage tape that, vintage looking tape that I made. Okay, this is a printable. This is not an original. Therefore, I had no problem gluing that down. I don't know where this came from. I might have gotten this in a package from, I think it was in a journal kit that I got from Kate. But at any rate, this is just a piece of copy paper that's been, it's just a digital. Okay, and here's some more French book page. That is all handwritten. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? I have a whole book. It's all handwritten. It's rag paper. I can't remember what year it is. It's from the 1600s or the late 1600s, early 1700s. It does have a blank page, which is nice because you can do what you want to with that. And then I don't remember what's in here. Oh, this is another little tiny, little itty bitty French book. And this is also rag paper. And this is a French envelope. And I don't know. It's from Paris. I can't read the date. Don't know what the date is. But it's a nice envelope. It's old. I don't know what kind of paper that is that they've got in there for the window. Okay, this is just I made this originally to go on the front of the book, and then I changed my mind on the front of the journal. So that's just a bit digital. This is a reprint picture. So there's a little bit of a doily back here and then a little piece of lace, but this is all glued down. And it's glued onto a piece of copy paper that's been tea-dyed. Okay, this is from 18, can't see if that's, I don't know if that's I think it's 1856. This is from Dublin, Ohio, and I'm pretty sure I got this from Patty Lang at Sacred Mementos. Duh. I'm thinking about Taylor Swift now. Her song about Patti Smith in it. So anyway, the writing is very beautiful. It's long, as you can see. Full on both sides. 1856. Yeah, I can read the 5 on here better, this side. Okay, so, and of course, they just had the most beautiful handwriting way back then. I wonder why they can't make it that way now. My handwriting's horrible. But of course now, from what I understand, they're not even teaching cursive writing in school anymore. They're just printing. That's kind of sad. Okay. Oh, this is not coffee. This is not tea-dyed paper. This is parchment paper. This piece is parchment paper. Well, let's see what we have here. 1937 is another check from France. And this is another check from 1937. So there's two checks. Old cabinet card, which can be taken out because I used the photo corner so you could take the pictures out. This one's cool, and I'm going to take this out and show you the back. I did it this way because I didn't want to mess up this one. So he's running for sheriff. It's 1929. Vote for Bart Osborne for sheriff, Democratic primary, August 3rd, 1929. And then it just tells all about what he's planning on doing. This will come off. It's just stuck in there. So I really did try to come up with ways to make sure that everything in this, that the paper was important, could be taken out. So, and this is just a piece of tea-dyed paper. I always tea-dye my paper. I love to drink coffee, but I don't like to smell it in a journal. And the tea doesn't smell. The coffee does. But that's just me. Okay, here's another piece of a ledger that I probably got from Patty. This is from 1881. And it's just one page. Beautiful handwriting. And this guy's name was, looks like Stephen Baldwin. Isn't he an actor? I think. Or am I thinking of somebody else? I don't know. Anyway, it's from 1881. And then let's see what else is in here. This is the Norfolk and Western Railway Company. And I know this is from Patty. I got a lot of railroad stuff from her. This is from 1923. Oops. And again, this is another piece of book page. It's rag paper. So this is just clipped on here because it's a piece of very old lace. And of course, if you take this out, you can unfold this, and there will be holes where I put the string through, but I tried to be very careful not to damage anything. Here's an old black and white photo. This is a postcard. It's birthday card, I'm sure, from Patty. Anything that is old and is from here, United States, I'm sure came from Patty. So and on this side, this came out of an old autograph book that I bought from Patty. This is from January 20th, 1939. There's a little picture there of the girl that wrote this. Dear Lois, I wish I were a little bunny with a tail of fluff. I'd hop upon your dresser and be your powder puff. Yours till the mountains, peaks, to see the salad dressing. That makes no sense. But Barbara, somebody wrote it. I don't understand the mountain peaks to see the salad dressing. Had to be an inside joke. I think I talked about that already when I put it in here. This is an advertisement card. It's advertising Lewis Dome Agent, Main Street, Rahway, New Jersey. Pretty card. And then here's an old card, school class. It never was mailed. It was going to be. There's a place for a stamp. Somebody wrote that there. I don't know what year this is. There's no date. Miss Smith's. I can't read it. Some Miss Smith, something or other about Miss Smith. Here's an old blank check from to St. Joseph Valley. I don't know about that. Anyway, here is Virginia Holding Company, October 1938. This is, I think this is a copy of a check for $2.65. It was Virginia Holding Corporation, and it was for the settlement account for the Hotel Roanoke, October 1938. He didn't owe much, did he? So that is that. I think that was in here, wasn't it, on this side? I believe. And then this, no, all of this was on this side. There's tons and tons of ephemera in here. So, and then here's a paper clip holding the bottom of this pretty lace down. These are just some old vintage library pockets with the cards that I got a whole box of these at the, I found them somewhere several years back. Here I stapled a pretty doily to this. Let's see if I can, and this is, I bought this whole book of checks at an antique store, and it says B&P Gibson 536 PAJ, whatever that means. I guess it's the company that printed them. I just think they're pretty. So I added one of those. Here I used a piece of the kit, and I stapled 2 doilies to it so that you can take those off. And then here is the same paper that I used for the front, for the cover. It's 2 pieces. It was cut in half. I don't know why I cut it in half, but I did. The one on the cover is not cut, and when taken apart, it is I'm going to get it straightened out here in a minute. Big, huge paper. The book is ginormous, the ledger book. I bought the whole ledger from Kate. And I love it. So you get your beautiful handwriting. This is from I don't know, this is dated 1841. So there's that. And it does stick out a little, but I didn't want to fold it any more than I already had. And it is rag paper, in case I forgot to say. Here's another cabinet card. Sweet little baby, little bald-headed baby, so cute. And this will come out also. This paper is like feels like some kind of a fabric paper, handmade paper, but it's not vintage. I just got it out of came out of a photo album. These corners were in it. This fit, so I put this in. I don't know if it's got any writing on the back of it or not. No, just a French postcard. Here's another doily that's been stapled on to this paper from the kit. Here's another letter. Man, I put quite a few letters in here. Hope I got some left. This has a raised embossed stamp on it, so it must be an important letter. It's from 1863, and this right here is where it was attached with the wax seal. Okay. Where was that? In here? Yeah, I think so. Here's another doily. Another image from the kit. And here's some Tundex cards. I think I got these from Donna Little. I think this is from 1953. Not 1957, I'm sorry. This is Marty Robbins, and it tells information about his song, You Don't Owe Me a Thing. And then on the back is the words and the music. Now this Tundex card is a 2-page, or it's bigger. Some of them have two pages and some of them have one. So this is You Were Mine for a While. It was recorded by Eddie Albert. Eddie Albert. Wasn't him, he was an actor. Anyway. Oh. This is recorded by Johnny Ray, not by Marty Robbins. He wrote it. This one's from 1956. You Were Mine for a While. Okay, so that's what's in there. And then this is an old book of war rations. I don't know if there's a date on it. United States of America, Office of Price Administration. That says 1943, I believe, is when this was printed. And lots of coupons in there. So there's that. Oh, it was in here. Okay. And this is the other side of the I think this is the other side of the, let me see. Yeah. This is the other side of the digital page. And then in here, this is from 1932. And I'm not sure if I got this from Patty or if I got it from somewhere else. I think probably from Patty. Anyway, it's a pretty good size page. Good to use for a lot of things. Another piece of rag paper from a French book. Here I have added an old piece of eyelet lace out of my, I'm not sure that it's antique. It might be vintage, but it's old. Anyway, there's a cabinet card. This is a French postcard. And this is Browser Magazine and Hobby Shop. It's from 1939. And I think, this is what I think. Not that I know, but I think that this guy might have had, he might have had some books that he wanted to sell to somebody. And I think he sent them this to let him know what he had. That's what I think. I don't know. It doesn't say, really. Anyway, I guess it really doesn't matter either, does it? And this is the other side of the straw paper. And here is another old piece of, I guess it's, I don't really know that you'd call it eyelet lace. I know that it's very old. It's antique. It was in that lot of antique laces that I got. Here's a picture of a dog, if you like doggies. It's a postcard written in 1910. Dear Virginia. I don't know, GB or ZB or somebody wrote it to her. And my good wishes for today, tomorrow, and always. That looks like Christmas. And it's a mess. I can tell you that. I can't read any of it. Doesn't look like it was ever mailed. There's no stamp on it unless the stamp came off. I don't think so. So anyway, those are in there. This is from Patty, and this is a receipt for a florist shop. Well, see if I can get it back in. Then on this side, this is tea stained paper, and I made a little belly band here just because these were hard to hold in. They were flopping around a lot. I used one of these clips here to hold all this lace in, and it's all antique lace. That's one of my favorites. And then there's this piece. I'm going to try not to take it out from underneath here. That's really beautiful. And some green. And then it's, I made the belly band out of another piece of old lace. And I used these two brads. This one's got some bling on it. This one doesn't. It's fell off. Butterflies. I don't know where those came from. And then in here, I wrapped that piece of lace around and stapled it right there. And let's see what's in here. An old COD tickets. It's supposed to be together, but it fell apart. So there's that. What's that from? Railroad. Philadelphia and Reading Railroad. Here's a postcard for valve opening notice. These things came from Patty. I think that's the same thing. Yeah. It's just different writing. Same type of thing. Those are in there. And let's see what we got. This is some smaller lace pieces. These were from Old Asina. And I have added this beautiful antique lace here on here. And then, of course, I'll get it in there so that it doesn't get wrinkled up. And then this one is 2 pieces. They're stapled antique laces. Get it back down in there. Come on. I didn't have any problem getting it in there to start with. What's it getting caught on? There's nothing there to get it, for it to get caught on. There we go. There. And then, of course, this is just held down by one of these little clips here. And on this side is some more beautiful lace. And I tucked some. I can get this off. The lace is stapled, and then I put these 2 old pictures in. I like that lady. And then this just goes on like that to hold that down. Keep the lace from flopping around. And then here's some more that I put in here. I should have showed that before I put that back on. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so here's another piece of, I got it, this is upside down. This is the right side here. It's another piece of old, very, very old lace. Another piece of dotted Swiss from an old baby dress. And then look at this. Isn't this beautiful? This is antique. Came out of that lot that I got. So pretty. And again, it's stapled down so that it can be removed easily. I guess it's just a different way to hold your vintage things, I suppose. I don't know. I was just trying to come up with a different kind of way to hold some ephemera, and I thought, why not an old journal that can be taken, a journal that can be taken apart and everything in it can be used. Okay, and the last page, this is from the 1700s. It's an old hemp feed sack from France. And it frays quite a bit. Well, and this is another old, this is a grain sack, not a feed sack. The farmers used to have their own color stripe, and that's how they knew what was theirs and what wasn't when they went to market. Everybody had a different, like see here, this one, this guy had blue stripe with 2 brown stripes on each side, 2 blue stripes in the middle. This guy had 2 thicker, what were probably red stripes to start with, but they're faded, and then 1 small one in the center. So everybody had their own. And this one has writing on it. This one is not from France. This one is, I did know where it was from. It's from one of the New England states. I can't remember, Vermont or Connecticut or up in that area somewhere. But these two are European. This one, and this is a grain sack. But this and this are feed sacks. And that is the end of the book. And it's very, very fat. I just couldn't get another thing in it. I stuffed it as full as I could get it. So, anyway, if you're interested in this, I will leave my email down below so that you can contact me. And I accept PayPal. And if you're interested in this and you want it, you will have 2 hours to pay once I send you an invoice. I do that because I've lost out on several sales because I would wait for a few days for somebody to pay, and then they wouldn't, and then everybody else had lost interest in it. So anyway, that's it. So I will leave all the information below. Thank you so much for spending time looking through my ephemera journal, and I will be back later when I get my next project figured out. So please take care, be safe, be happy, be well, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.